the whole concept of hell by an infinitely merciful God it's really kind of hard for us to grapple with. But I don't want to try to give a whole lecture here on what hell is and who in the world would choose hell. But I don't think it's necessarily, I think it's pretty clear that we don't have to actually sit down and say, I choose hell in order to go there. And I'll just say this, like, of all the heresies in the world, and there's a lot of them, there's one that I'm sympathetic towards. Note, sympathetic. I don't agree with it. And that's universalism. That's the belief that all people will be saved, or that hell will be annihilated at some point, or even that souls will just be annihilated. There's different kind of versions of universalism. And I'm tempted towards it because the infinite mercy of God seems incredible.
I think the soft side of everyone is tempted towards that.
Right. But the church has spoken clearly. Hell is eternal and people can go there. So I have to kind of accept that. I'm just saying if I ever had to be a heretic, which I don't, which is a stupid thing to say. I don't even know why I just said that. But like, it's the one heresy where I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish that was true. But that shows my finite mind. That shows I lack an understanding of true charity, of true justice, of truth. And in heaven, I maybe will understand it better. But I struggle. I really struggle to accept the doctrine of hell. I do. So I have to. It's more of a matter of faith for me. I have to accept. I do. I humbly submit to the church. But it's hard. It's hard because hell, once you meditate on it, it's awful. It's awful. And so I don't get kicks and giggles of like reading Dante anymore. Like I used to. And Dante's great. Read him. But it was almost kind of cool. There was almost an inordinate curiosity about what kind of sufferings were there. It's like why people watch horror movies or something. And like my dad, he's funny. He's just this old guy. And he's the most manly man. Like, there's nothing feminine about him. But in his old age, he just kind of sits up in the mountains. And whenever he watches TV, he watches Hallmark movies. And we just make fun of him. What are you doing watching He watched cowboy movies and Hallmark movies. But he's like, they're nice. They're happy endings and little cute little love stories. And they're usually very innocent and pure. And it's just, and it's just this big tough guy watching Hallmark movies. But I think that there's an evolution of the soul there where it's like, I'm no longer entertained by the grotesque. Now we have to investigate it and we have to recognize that hell is an eternal, true place with some physicality because bodies will be there. But, actually this is important for parents to remember, you need to really consider Halloween. Like there is something demonic in our culture's wholesale adoption of dark and grisly and evil like costumes and just having a tremendous amount of joy and satisfaction and fun in the grotesque. We turn demons into playthings, and you see these little kids dressed up like horrific creatures. It's meant to be, All Souls Day, where we celebrate, or we pray for souls waiting to get to heaven. So if your kids, if you're going to have any kind of Halloween, have your kids dress up like Mother Teresa, okay, or Joan of Arc, or, cowboys and Indians or something at the worst, right? But stop all this dark Halloween celebration and get that crap out of your yard that's showing skeletons and goblins and demons, and get that crap out of your yard. We are inviting demons into our culture through this. Halloween has gotten out of freaking control, and Catholic parents should not participate. You do not need to have all of this darkness in order to have fun on Halloween. So our kids dress up like saints, or the little kids dress up like a lion or animals, or, tigers or bears, or just something innocent, nothing dark. I see these little tiny girls going around like 5 oh, this looks so cute. I dressed up my 5-year-old like a little devil with her little horns and a little tail and a pitchfork. Isn't that cute? No, it's freaking dark, man. What's wrong with you, mom and dad? God, it angers me. Like you're trivializing this concept of hell. You're taking the image of these creatures that reign in hell and try to pull us down, and you're dressing your kid up like that. I'm not a prude, man, but that stuff's got to change. Like, our society's gone bonkers on this in the last 30 years. It's just another level, you know? So, we got a couple great books on hell. The Dogma of Hell is a very powerful book, but I think the only thing I'll leave the parents on this is a healthy fear of hell is healthy. And to not talk about it is a neglect. Just like not warning your teenagers about going down dark alleyways, that is just neglectful parenting. You have to talk to your kids about the realities of hell. I'm sorry that it's a scary reality. Well, so is pornography, so is human trafficking, so is rape, so is drugs, so are gangs. You got to talk to your kids about those. What, you're going to avoid those because they're unpleasant? You need to talk to your kids about hell. It's real.
Hey, thanks guys for checking out the Conor Gallagher Show. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, or comment, or whatever you got to do to support it. And I appreciate that very much.